I'm not annoyed that they're taking money out. I'm annoyed that their prime objective
Is making money.
is not the football, bruv.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
Because
where I'm
I
at.
wouldn't care how much money they were taking out if we were playing good football, we had a good football structure, yeah, and we were winning things.
Yeah, we were
No one would care that they're taking
yeah.
money out. But what football fans are doing is they're conflating the business with the football. Don't conflate that, because no one's looking at how much business money's being taken out and put in if we're winning and we're run properly. If we've got a proper DOF, if we've got proper football people involved, if we've got a winning team, if we've got a top manager, just like Manchester City, yeah, we're not looking at how much money has been taken out. Do you know what I'm saying? We're not. So when people are saying that they don't invest and all of these things, that's not true, bruv. They do invest money in the team, bro. We outspend most teams every season. The problem is the club is not structured for success on the field.
Yeah.
That's the real problem. Let's keep it a buck. Let's not, when we got all these Man United fans that don't have GCSEs talking about they're taking money out of the club and that, bruv, shut up, man. Like, you don't understand how business works.
Yeah, and that's another
Do you know
thing
what I'm saying?
in regards to it. I've never had an issue with how much we spend. It's how we spend it is the problem.
Yeah.
That's my biggest issue. And also on top of that, if you want to make money, guess what? Making Manchester United a successful football club, because we're Manchester United FC first and foremost,
Yeah.
the name's legit in the title, then there would be more money to take out. If we were successful, we would make more money. We would generate more. Then therefore, then they would have more money to get. They become richer.
Yeah.
That's what don't make no sense.
100%. The fact that they are getting rich, yeah, off brand Manchester United whilst not ensuring that the priority is to keep the club successful. This is the problem. Do you know what I mean? It's not the problem that they're taking money out. And my man's saying, how's it okay for them to take money out? No other club does that. Do you know the structure of how this club is set up? Because this club is not set up like every other football club. The fact that man's on the flipping New York Stock Exchange and that, bro, this club is not set up. This club is not set up like all the other football clubs in this country, because Man United is not like the other clubs in this country. So Manchester United is set up like a business. Like, that's how it's been set up, with multiple shareholders and all these other things. It's not 100% owned by anyone. The Glazers don't own 100% of the club. So before you start talking about how this club's run compared to other clubs, actually go and do your research and find out how it's run. We don't have one owner. We don't. The Glazers don't own 100% of the club. They do not. There are multiple shareholders of this club. So, and these guys all get paid, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you think they don't get paid? Man, them are getting paid. Just like man, them that got shares in Apple and all these other, they're getting paid. Same way, bro. So when man's saying that, yo, like, man shouldn't get paid, bruv, shut up. What are you talking about? You don't know.
Like you said, you mentioned it. It's regardless to all the success. That's always my biggest issue with them. That's why I call them crooks.
But they are, but they are crooks. But then at the same time, yeah, it's like, it's a business, bro.
Yeah. But what's the point I'm making is in regards to if they actually made the football, if they actually put the football in aspects number one, we would make even more money. We'd become an even bigger business. Imagine Manchester United were actually successful. We've not been successful at the highest level for over a decade now, and they're still making money. So imagine during that 10-year period, if we had been successful for 3 years and maybe won a couple Premier Leagues and the champs, how much more money that could have generated for them. But that's just them crooks, man. Don't respect them crooks.
Yeah, but the problem is, a lot of but thank you. Exactly. Thank you. Look, this is it right here. A lot of football fans.
This is over my head. This is why I didn't say nothing on this. I don't understand this whatsoever. Go on.
No, bro, no, because I understand the business.
Yeah, I know you do. I'm saying I don't.
And the thing is, a lot of people don't understand the business. A lot of people don't own businesses. I've owned businesses. I've ran businesses. I've employed people. I understand how business works when you have to pay yourself. So when all these football fans are talking about, oh yeah, bro, Manchester United is not a football club. It's not set up like a football club. It's set up like a business. So if you don't understand business, then you shouldn't talk about business. Do you know what I'm saying? People are conflating the business with the football. United's not set up like a proper football club. It's not. So when people are talking about, when they're talking about the club and how the club's run, yeah, bro, you got to understand that the way that this club is set up here is not conducive to put football first. It was never about the football. This has never been about the football. The way this club is set up, it has not been about the football for a long time. It's brand Manchester United. And that's why when you had people coming in like Ed Woodward and all these other guys, these guys never came in for football reasons. It was never about football. Do you understand what I'm saying? It was never about football. If it's about football, why are you bringing in accountants? If it's about football, why are you bringing in PR guys and all these other guys, bro? Like, this was never about football. When Ed Woodward at the end of every season, yeah, was talking about profit margins and releasing these things online and coming up with PowerPoint presentations and all that, what other football club does that?
Yeah,
What other football club does that?
some foolishness here.
You don't see Liverpool and Arsenal and them man coming out and saying, oh yeah, at the end we're projected this and projected that, because we're not run the same, we're not set up the same. So until you understand that this is not a football club and it's a business, yeah, you won't understand where it's going wrong. You won't understand where it's going wrong. This is not a football club. This is it, man saying they use it like a credit card. Yeah, because it's their business and they own it. Do you know what I'm saying? Plus zero investment in the infrastructure, and we had zero debt. If we had zero debt, we wouldn't have a problem. But no, that's not true though. Do you know what I'm saying? Because bro, think about it. If you, and the most simple way I can explain it for people that don't understand, because a lot of people don't understand, yeah. The club, what's the debt on the club? About $1 billion.
Something crazy.
About
I know it's
800
crazy.
million
I know it's
pounds or
crazy,
something
yeah.
like that.
I know it's something crazy.
It's about 800 million.
I'm just saying,
800 million, yeah.
I'm paying attention.
It's about
to what's
800
going on.
million. Let's say it's $1 billion, yeah, give or take. If the club is worth 4 billion, yeah, and the debt is 1 billion, yeah, it's not debt, bruv. It's not debt. That doesn't make sense, because the asset far outvalues what's owed, bro. So it's not debt, bro. Do you know what I mean? That debt don't mean nothing, bro. If you think all these billionaires that are around the world ain't got debt, every time you use your credit card, yeah, it's a debt, bro. But it's not really a debt, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? Because if I've got a $2,000 credit card, yeah, and I'm getting paid $8,000 a month, yeah, even if I use my $2,000 on my credit card, I can pay that off at the end of the month. Like, do you understand what I'm saying? So when people are like, oh, the debt is not the problem. The debt is way manageable. If Man United had a debt of 4 billion, yeah, and the club was worth 4 billion, that's when we need to start talking about the debt. The debt doesn't mean anything. Do you know what I'm saying? When you own properties and stuff like that, mortgages are debt, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And most people don't spend their own money to buy houses. They get loans from the bank. Do you know what I'm saying? So when people are talking about debt, bro, the debt don't mean anything. If you get a house from the bank, yeah, even if you've got, say I've got 4 billion quid in the bank, I'm not going to go and buy a house cash, bro. Most of the time people are going to get mortgages anyway. And they can just say, yo, this is how much I make. Give me 500 grand. I'm not going to use my money, bro. Man saying mortgages debt is owed, so it's debt. Exactly. A mortgage is a debt. Thank you. So it doesn't matter. So what? You're just saying that they've got a mortgage on Man United. So what, bro? They can afford to pay it off when they sell it. So it doesn't matter.
Hey, people, who would have thought it, man? Financial advice with Rants. There you go, people.
Bro,
I'm still taking it on board. Fam.
listen.
The reason why I'm not saying anything, because this is over my head. Like, from when you mentioned the stock exchange, I'm not going to lie, fam. You lost me. So I'm paying attention to what you're saying.
Bro, but think about
I'm not listening. I'm paying attention to what you're saying, because I don't know about all these things here. I don't know.
But bro, you got to think about it. Like,
go on.
You got to think about it, bro. If you don't know about debt, if you don't know about equity, if you don't know about all these things, yeah, don't talk about business. Just talk about football. Do you know what I'm saying? But when man are out here talking about the debt don't mean nothing.
That's what I talk about, bro.
Do you know what I mean? The debt don't mean nothing. So when people are saying, oh, but the debt on the club, the debt does not stop us from spending money. It doesn't. It doesn't stop us from spending money. The debt is not the problem, bro. It's not the problem. Like, if the debt is far worse, yeah, is far less than the value of the asset, it doesn't matter. The debt is not stopping us from buying players. We're spending 200 million every year. So what's the issue with the debt, bro?
What you're saying is, if we was like, say, for argument's sake, we had 4 billion pound worth of debt, and then we was worth 2 billion. That's a problem.
Oh, why they're repossessing the whole club? Whereby it's a problem. They're taking your shit. Do you know what I'm saying? So everyone's talking about the debt, but we're outspending everyone. So clearly the debt is not affecting our ability to spend money. So it's not a problem. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's not a problem, bro. So when people are getting upset about the debt doesn't affect us spending money. It doesn't affect us having a proper infrastructure at the club. It doesn't expect us, it doesn't stop us from paying higher wages. The debt is not an issue. It's a non-issue. People that don't understand money, yeah, will talk about the debt, but the debt's a non-issue, bro. It's a non-issue. If you've got a house and you can pay your mortgage, and your mortgage was 500 grand, that 500 grand is not a problem until you lose your job. And then you can't do the repayments. Then all of a sudden you're getting letters coming through.
Then it's a problem.
But while you can pay your mortgage, it's not a problem. That's not a problem.
That's fair.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Because people have mortgages and then they can still go and get a phone bill. They can borrow money for a phone. They can borrow money for a car. They can borrow money for a new kitchen. They can do all these things, bro. As long as you can pay the debt and also the value of the house. The reason why they give you the 500 grand for the house is because worst case scenario, they'll get their money back because it's an appreciating asset most of the time. Manchester United is an appreciating asset. So what is the problem? So these man them don't talk about money if you ain't got money and you don't understand money. Do you know what I'm saying? No, I'm being real.
I know you
Because no, I'm saying because I've run businesses, I studied business. Do you know what I mean? And I understand business. The debt is not the issue. So when football fans are saying that the debt is what makes the Glazers bad owners, it's not the debt. It's the lack of infrastructure at the club that makes
and to
that
this
makes
thing,
it a problem.
He says, "How bad does Jassim want the club?" Very. The point is, if you're putting up 6 million for something, you really want it.
Bro,
Like,
listen,
let's
if he's
not
putting up
speculate.
double the value, he wants it, bro.
Let's not
Like,
yeah,
imagine
like,
you've got a car, yeah, and your car's worth 30k, and I come and I offer you 60 grand.
You want the car.
That's a man that wants the car, bro.
But then people say, but just say the person was like,
But
well,
they're
I want
saying
75. Like, you know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
and I'll be like,
Again,
nah, don't take the piss now, bro.
A lot of it is speculation because we don't know what the Glazers want. Because there hasn't been anything that said we know what they've rejected, quote unquote, because he's withdrew from the process, but there's been no amount put on the club. The Glazers ain't said anything. It's all speculation. There's no reliable source who have said, oh, they want 7, they want 8, they want 9. We just know it's not enough.
Yeah.
Nah, forget all that. You know what I'm saying? To this, who said they could have bought 25%.
Yeah, but they didn't want to work with them.
They want exactly. You know why they didn't want to work with them? Because they want what's best for the footballing club.
Yeah.
The football club. That's why they want what's best from the club from a footballing perspective. Because as much as it is a business, and we know Manchester United is 110%. If Manchester United are performing at a high level from a footballing perspective, that can only help the business. Yeah. That can only improve the business. That can only generate. Imagine we were successful. People are dying for Manchester United to be successful, especially in the social media era. You know what it's like? We're annoying now and we've been bad for over 10 years. Imagine what Manchester United would be like with success. We would cause hell if we win one Premier League. Never mind multiple.
Yeah, that's it. Man said the leverage takeover, which they did, is now banned in the league. The interest is above 20% we spend on players, but have no money left for infrastructure, which is killing us. Savage compared it to Reading FC. But again, yeah, the main issue is, these men do not want to sort out the infrastructure because they don't care about the football. So let's make it about that. Do you know what I'm saying? Make our issue with the owners be about they don't care about the football. That's what my problem is. Do you understand? They don't care about the football. Because if they cared about the football, because because look at Arsenal, for instance, Look at Arsenal as an example. When Arsenal were moving to a bigger stadium, they told Arsenal, that, yo, cool, we can't spend the money that other teams can spend on players because we're sorting out the infrastructure. I don't think Man United fans, would have an issue, if they said, you know what, instead of spending 200 million a season, we're only going to spend 100 million, because we want to fix up the stadium and that. I don't think fans would have a problem with that. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Zero issue with that.
The problem is, finally, the problem is, we're spending 200 million a year badly with no infrastructure at the club, and then also we're done out here as well in terms of facilities. That's what the real problem is, bro. Do you know what I'm saying?
Hey.
This is your problem. Like, this is the problem. The problem is the guys in charge do not care about the football. They do not care about anything other than the bottom line.
Yeah, they just care about the green.
This is the problem. Do you know what I'm saying? And this is it. And Levy didn't spend it all, bro. Like, remember Levy had a net spend of minus 25 million or something under Poch at one point.
Did Levy not put what was it called that everyone was on during lockdown where you get paid, was it 70% of your wage? What's the phrase for it again? What's the name of it? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know.
The chat will know.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about.
I know what it's called, but I can't remember what it's called.
I can't remember what it's called, but he did that to
furlough. Yeah, he furloughed Donnies.
He put the ground staff on furlough, and then tried to get them, and then they tried to get them to cut his grass at his yard.
But the thing is, they criticized him for putting guys on furlough. But bro, what you gotta understand is, if you're a business, which is a business, you're entitled to get someone else to pay that money. So why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I have no issue with.
But people were criticizing him, as a business owner, for using that money because they're saying he could afford to do it. But just because I can afford to do it myself, that doesn't mean that I should. Yeah. Do you understand what I'm saying? That doesn't mean that I should, and that doesn't make no sense. Like, even if you can afford to buy a house cash, like, you can still take out a mortgage. It doesn't mean you can't afford it. You know what I mean? If you can afford to buy a car cash, that doesn't mean you should buy it cash.
Yeah.
You still, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, it's your money. It just made me laugh that he did that. That's what it reminded me of. That he put the ground staff on furlough and then said, "Yeah, come cut my grass." Like, sorry, that's just my like how you do that with that phone call after putting man on furlough. It's crazy.